Today, I'm going to show you how I track my finances on a monthly basis and how some of my portfolio has performed so far. Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Ying, and now realize this is a channel started out by my boyfriend Jingles and I. On this channel, we explore the realization about life and happiness as we pursue our goals. As it is the end of the month, I figured that it would be interesting to show you how I track my finances on a monthly basis. I am going to reveal the tools that I use, which are very simple and fast. Overall, I have 3 areas that I track: the money inflow, the money outflow, as well as my overall asset performance. So money inflow includes tracking my income for the month, and money outflow are my expenses, both fixed expenses as well as variable. Lastly, I track my overall assets performance for the month. First of all, for income, this category includes my job, rental, dividends, as well as my various side hustle. So on the side, I'm also a wedding florist, and I really like doing things with my hands. Flowers and fables, it is something that is born out of my hobby and interest. Ideally, I want to rely less on my job to sustain my entire income for the month and to actually grow my various other areas such as dividend areas. So the next category is expenses. Expenses is separated into 2 main categories. One is fixed and one is variable. For variable expenses, I've categorized them into 7 various categories. It is grocery, shopping, entertainment and dining, transport, travel, and others. So this is embarrassing because I do try to set aside or budget every month on each category, and so far I realized that I've not been sticking to the budget. So it is really hard to track how much you spend on a daily basis. Imagine opening up an app every time you spend something. So what I do is through this app called Seedly, where it is linked to my bank accounts as well as my credit cards, and I'll be able to sync it on a monthly basis or bi-weekly basis to see how much I spend. And what's cool about this app is that it will automatically categorize your spending. Since most of the time I use more of e-payments such as credit cards or bank transfer instead of just cash. Sometimes I'll just need to adjust each of my spending into the right categories that I want to allocate them in, and overall it helps me save time instead of tracking on a daily basis. So moving on, my fixed expenses will include things that are fixed on a monthly basis such as your bills, subscription fees, gym membership, like my Spotify as well, and of course insurance, my mortgage, as well as my various investments, money I put aside into StashAway and iFast. So by calculating your inflow, which is your income, as well as your outflow, which are your expenses, both fixed and variable, I will be able to come up with my monthly cash flow, whether it is negative or positive. If it's negative, it means that I spend more than I earn or the income of the month, and if it's positive, it means that I have surpluses for that month. So for some months, it is actually negative for me. The reason why some months is negative is because my insurance are paid on a yearly basis, and therefore it is negative for the month. So additionally, I have actually put my investments under my fixed expenses because I do really want to force myself to put aside that money first. So next thing that I do is also to track my debt. The debt that I have currently is just a mortgage debt for my house. So lastly, the most exciting part, tracking my investments and assets. I'm always excited to see how my assets have performed for that month, and even though I'm a long-term investor, sometimes on a month-on-month basis it's quite nice to see which portfolio actually performed better than another. Perhaps on another video, I could also share about my breakdown of my current asset allocation. In the meantime, my assets are sorted into like 5 big categories. The categories are more liquid assets such as cash at bank, cryptocurrency, as well as different equities such as stocks, ETFs, and robo-advisors. The next one will be property. So there's like mid to long-term kind of investments, as well as my retirement funds through the Singapore CPF account. I will go to each of the accounts at the end of the month to just have a quick snapshot on where am I at and just key in the most updated figure. So now I'm going to review my StashAway performance since I have done like a previous video about it, and it'll be quite interesting to show how much it has performed so far. So over here, there is a screenshot on how my performance was in February, which is 1 year since I have invested with StashAway. Overall, my account was at 39,000 with $454 of profit, which is not very high, if you think about it. So since March, what I did for my StashAway portfolio is that I withdraw about like 10,000 out from the StashAway account, and my account currently looks like this. I've changed my general investing from a 12% portfolio to a 22%, and therefore it's weighted more heavily into equities, and I've added more money on a monthly basis to the general investing 22% portfolio. So in terms of performance, the total returns is also quite disappointing. I mean, it's not a lot, it's about $440. So far, StashAway account does not seem to be beating other kind of investments that you can have out there. Maybe I'll share another update next time, but I'll just continue putting my money there. Yeah. Here is how I track my finances on a monthly basis. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and if you do, please click the like button, share it with your friends, and if you'd like to join us in our journey, please subscribe to our channel or follow us in our Medium publication where we'll share more about our realization. This would greatly encourage us in our journey. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.